416, in the city where we make dreams come true every day of the week. We bring you the best in entertainment TV all around the globe. Check us out. Subscribe to our YouTube channel now, 416 in the city of Toronto. Subscribe, like, and share. We are number one.
416 in the city, man. Sitting down at the mansion, you hear the birds. We outside on the property. And I sat down, I said, yo, I want to do an interview. But I want to interview myself because I know it's real. I know it's from the heart. So, you know what this piece means? This was God. $300,000 right here on my neck. This is God sat around the table and fed everybody. You know why I wear this piece? Think about myself. How I fed everybody. How I made it possible for young DJs to strive. How I made it possible for young artists to eat. You didn't even have to have a name. You didn't have to do nothing. You just had to keep it real. And guess what? I had your back year after year after year after year. Everybody know Rich Nice. I take care of everybody. I've been doing this since a youth. Since a baby. I've been doing it. 15 years old, I picked up and took $100,000 from under my mom's couch where I had it hidden and said, yo, I'm going to do a show. Picked up, just graduated. And guess what I did? Threw the biggest party ever. Craig Mack, Biggie Smalls, MC Light. And I did that down on the Lupos down my little hometown. You know? I sat back and I said from there on, I went on to do the Wu-Tang. First one, took Wu-Tang from nothing. Young little boys fucking with Power, Raekwon. Took Wu-Tang, brought them to Rhode Island. Sold that bitch out in a Spanish club. From there on, Mobb Deep, Biggie again, LL Cool J, Salt-N-Pepa, Uzi Myra, Coogee Mac, Eric B. and Rakim. Had hip hop popping. You know what I'm saying? Straight out of high school. Yeah, this man right here. Like I said, I give everybody love. From young. It's no cap. I need the cap. I did it since a youngin'. Stacking. You know? Was on the streets, wildin'. Thinking I was invincible. Young nigga. YN. You know what that took me? You know what that shit took me? That shit took me for a long ass time. Long ass time. I learned a lot of lessons. And I say to myself, I will never repeat myself. When I came home in 2003. Gladiator school. Seen it all, do it all. Learn a big lesson. You know what I'm saying? As I sit down, say, yo, when I came home, I went to Trinidad. And down to Trinidad, and I say, yo, I don't want to go back to the other spot because if I go back to that spot, I'm gonna end up back where I don't want to be no more. I learned it. I was one of the livest niggas and pat down to be one of them niggas. Feel me? No shame in the game. It's all love. So yo, I'm gonna do this interview on my own time. It's gonna be a long interview, but I'm gonna clip it and give you guys the highlights, cause it's the facts. No cap. Feel me? So yo, like it says, do good and see if it follows you. I always did good. It never followed me, but I still did good. Feel me? Young nigga, rich nice, all the money in the world. Nobody can tell me about millions. I had it. I was running the streets like a king. Get that? New York, king. Rhode Island, king. Trinidad, king. You know what I'm saying? Had it all. One thing I learned, when you have it all, sometimes you can't keep it all. But when you lose it, you try to bring it all. I lost it. And guess what? I sat back and I learned. I learned what to do. I learned how to do it. And I learned what's what, who's who. As I sit down for this interview, I told you I always keeps it real. And I wear this pendant. I wear this pendant for a purpose. Because it was God sat back and fed all his peoples. And not one of them stood up for him. Not one of them helped him out. They crucified him. You know what? I've been crucified. Crucified by my own. Crucified by everybody. Guess what? As I sit here today, I thank God for showing me who's who, what's what. Because remember, when I was hot, everybody loved me. God brought me down to earth, made me cold, ice cold. And guess what? Showed me who's who. Showed me who loved me. Showed me who hate me. Even the women, even the wife, even everybody. He just see everybody for who they are. And you know what? Stay focused. See that right there? That's a bullet hole. That's one. That's two. 3. 4. See it? Shot 4 times. Still alive because God kept me. To feed y'all good. You know? It's nice, man. I always say, I try to do good all the time. Try to keep it real all the time. Canada taught me a lot of lessons. Came to Canada, and guess what? New grounds, new territory. New will. New man. Guess what? As I sit and I look, I say, damn, the industry. Guess what? I took a rest from hip hop. And I says, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna invest my money into soca. So I did that. Picked up $300K. Put it in the bank. I can show you the receipts. My money. Street money. Dirt money. Picked up 300 and I says I'm gonna invest into soca music. Guess what I did? I invested into soca. First thing I did, I planned the hottest event ever, because that's how I am. If it ain't hot, I don't want to fuck with it. I said that in my documentary a while ago. And I'm sitting down for this documentary, and I'm gonna say this again. If it ain't hot, I ain't fucking with it. So as I sit back at the mansion, chilling, I say to you guys, man, you gotta know who's who. You gotta check who's who. And you gotta know who you around all the time. Cause life is gonna show you who's who. So let's talk, man. First, let's talk about my first 5 years in soca. My first 5 years is legendary because guess what? I gave a lot of young artists a lot of chances. I gave a lot of young artists a lot of, survival. Where they had nothing, I brought them to something. Where there was nobodies, I made them somebody. And where there was not live, I made them live. It's nice. Yeah, everybody loved me. I should get love every week. But I just be calling my phone, no matter where I'm at. I just could be in California, niggas be like, yo, this and that, come on. Dude, I need to work, I need to do this, I need to do that, and guess what? I'll be like, alright, I got you. Took up and invest my money. It's my money, I invested it. Did Fire Fest. Every single year. For 7 years straight. Going on 8 years. We did Machel Montano. I ain't gonna lie. Machel Montano brought me the most money ever in soca. When I say ever, I mean ever. He came, he was a professional. Did everything that he needed to do. And guess what? He sold out every single event for 6 years straight. Big up Machel Montano. I ain't gonna front. Machel is one of the only acts that I did for 7 years straight. And guess what? I never lost a penny. I used to do events with Machel, and it sold out. Machel Montano. Big him up. That's one of the dudes that I always love. He never did me wrong, and he was always on time for me, no matter what. When promoters was trying to go behind my back to get Machel would say, nah, I'm not fucking with Rich. 2008, that was my last event with Machel Montano. It was down at Sound Academy where they called Rebel. I used to sell that out every year, twice a year, sometimes 3 times a year. Sell it out. Streets blocked. Nobody couldn't even get in. Nobody couldn't get out. It was so packed. Unbelievable. And then the owners, divide and conquer, went and took my crowd, kicked me out for some dumb reason. Because they're the owners, right? They could do that. I'll tell you something right now. Never trust. So yeah, Machel Montano, last event, 2008. The owners came up with some kind of BS. They were selling the building, not knowing that it was a takeover by my rival promoter, Dr. J. Let me give you a little history on this shit. Dr. J is a promoter that used to bully these little young promoters. He used to bully them, take them off the market, take them off the radar when they doing events. If he wasn't booked, he used to do an event at the same time and shake them off the ground. That's the type of power Dr. J had in soca. If Dr. J did an event and you did an event, guess what? You lost. You're done. Feel me? Dr. J. You should bully these little young promoters, but he never bullied me. Nobody ever bullied me. They can't. I would never subject myself to any kind of bullying. I'd rather die than be bullied. I'd rather die than a nigga think I'm soft like that. I've been like that since a kid. My mother told me you're too hard-headed. You know what I am? I'm a hard-headed nigga. For a reason. even in my 40s, still like that. I'm not easy to push over. So Dr. J and these guys was the tops in Canada. I love Dr. J too. I had love for Dr. J because when I seen him in Trinidad, let me give you a little story of Trinidad. When I was in Trinidad, I was only in Trinidad for like 9 months, 7 months. I went down there because my mother says, get your ass out the streets, go to Trinidad. That's where we from. Me and your father, we want to see you live. We want to see you be somebody. We want to see you be the best you could be. And guess what? They told me, get your ass up out of here. Got me a round trip ticket. And I ripped up the round. I took a trip. And I never went back. Until recently. Reason why is because I just needed a fresh environment. Young, rich, everything. And my name is Rich. So guess what? I sat back and I prayed. I said, God, what to do? God says, Rich, this is serious shit. He says, Rich, don't go back. Because if you go back, there's two things you're going to do or one thing you're going to be. You're either going to go back to where you was for the rest of your life or you're going to for the rest of your life. And you know what I says? God, I'm going to listen to you. And I did it. Young, got everything. Rich. You know what? Came to Canada and I said I'm about to do it. And like I was telling you, when I came here, one of the first persons I did was Machel Montano. 7 years, my first year, second year, third year, fourth year, fifth year, 6 years, 7 years, twice a year, Machel Montano. Sold out every show. Every soca artist in that era, in that time, every soca artist, they used to love me. They used to be like everybody calling me. I did everybody's visas, gave them opportunities, and they all came to Canada, survived, they ate, and they made a life for themselves. Just remember that. They made a life for themselves on my back. I gave them that opportunity. I never held back any artists and say, yo, if you come work for me, you can't work for nobody else. I could have done that. Never did that. You know why? Because I love it. I'm a nigga that show love. Because I had it all. I know what it is to have it all. I know what it is to lose it all. And I know what it is to get really fucked up in this game. This game is a dirty game. But you know what you gotta do? You gotta survive the game. You don't have to let the game survive you. You survive the game. So like I was saying, doing Machel Montano was a pleasure. I always brag and I always say Machel's a beast. He showed me what crowd is because before I started doing him in Canada, he was doing these little small pop venues. When I met Machel said, yo, I want to do some big shit. And Machel just took off. And I was doing him 5, 10, 15, 20,000 people. Every fucking year, yo. Every year, 5, 10, 20,000 people. I was saving my money. I wasn't spending my money. I don't think in 10, 11 years, I saved up all my money. Save. Every year I know I had his deposit to do and I was sending his deposit. Had that money. I was the first one to give Machel $100K. And I think 208, Machel says, yo, I want to do bigger things. I want to get bigger. I want to do stadiums. I want to do this. I want to do that. And I says, bro, I'm with you. But then he turned around. He gave some Indians, I think it's his friends, he gave them the show. And they tried. They tried to do what I did. Couldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? The first year, these niggas probably lost their whole house, lost their house, their rents, they lost their wives, everything, trying to do what I did. They couldn't do it, couldn't repeat it like that. They try to do everything they can to be like Rich, but they couldn't. They didn't have my spirit, they didn't have my heart. They didn't have that. They lost all their money. And guess what? I stood strong again and again and again. I used to bring Bunji Garlin every year with Marshall. I used to bring Destra every year. Destra, Bunji, Marshall. I gave them a light, gave them the crowd, their bands, everybody. You could imagine, I used to book 40 people on a flight, 30 people on a flight. Picture the budget on that. 60 people on a flight. That's Marshall, Bunji, and Destra. Rupee, Allison Hines, all bands. And I used to do that shit myself. Iowa George. Everybody. I did everybody in soca that is or was somebody. I did them. Nyla Blackman. I was the first one to discover Nyla. Brought Nyla. Took care of Nyla. First one, man. First one, as I said here today. Brought her here. You know? Brought her here. Brought her up when she was a little girl. Watch her grow to where she is right now. JW and Blaze. Those is two guys had my back 100%. When everybody else turned on me, JW and Blaze had my back. I'm always gonna big up Jay, and I'm always gonna big up Blaze. I could never go wrong with them. They held me down for years and years and years. When people was dogging me, when people was saying this, when people was saying that, they never once switched it. They had my back, so I'm gonna big up JW and Blaze all the time. Jason Williams. So many things, man. I created so many lives. I created so many opportunities for soca artists, reggae artists, dancehall artists, hip-hop artists. Me. That's right. Rich Nice. Richard Marshall. Me. So much opportunities. I've put millions in the game. Millions. If not billions. I can't say billions. It's millions. Put millions in this game. Soca, hip-hop, dancehall, reggae. Me. I've done everybody in soca. Everybody. Except for the new generation. The new generation, they turned on me because the old generation filled their heads up with nonsense. Or he don't pay people, he don't do this, he don't do that. Man, listen. Everybody that ever came for me, if they was there, they got paid. Yeah, sometimes the show bust, we didn't have enough, but we asked them, yo, give me a little break. They never wanted to, but they got paid. You know what I'm saying? That's the business. That's the business of promotions. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. But you know, most of the time, it's alright. So listen, this is a lesson to promoters. When you create that ground, make sure you look for the future. Because in the future, when you start losing, your shows start popping down. These artists don't want to hear it. They don't want to give you a break. Now, when they get bigger, they still don't want to give you a break. They don't give you that love because they're never going to remember. They're never, ever going to remember what you did for them. They always think about what they did for you. And always be like the man, like me. Take it like a man. Take it like a man. When you lose and you watch everybody, just keep smiling, man. Do it with a smile. You know why? Because God is good. God will always bring you out of bullshit. God will always keep you. Like I told you, 20-something years in the game. 20-something years feeding people. 27 years giving people love. 15 years in Canada. 15. 2015. I came here in 2003. It's 2025. And I've been consistent every year. Until 2019. I seen what fake, and I seen what love, and I seen what hate was. 2019, man, I could never forget that year. I could never forget 2019, 2020, 2021, and 2022. 4 years. This truck, everything. People's thinking me of the worst because of people talking the worst. Me, I'm the type of nigga, man, I don't care what nobody says. I don't care what you say. All I care about is what you do and what you could do and what you can't do. That's me. I never worry about what anybody say about me. I never worry about anybody talk about me because I already know that's fake. I already know what's real and I already know what's not. As I sit down here, I could tell you the realest you gonna ever find. I ain't never fake a funk in my life. You know what I'm saying? So let me give it to you like this. 2019, the whole industry turned on me. From the reggae, no, dancehall never turned on me. Dancehall always gave me love, even now. I have popped the hottest artists out there right now. I brought them in my office, sat them down, talked to them, and tell them, you're gonna blow, you're gonna go, you're gonna reach places that you've never been to. I gave you that opportunity, that first opportunity to come in to Canada, and I gave you that blessing, I gave you that love, and now you're touring the world, now you're eating, now you're the top names. Skang, Stork Ashley, Roger Wild, TC, Rebel, Popcorn. I was the first one to do a Popcorn show. Off that show, he got signed by Drake. First one. That's before there was an OVO Fest, everything. You know where they got that idea from? Me. Before it started OVO Fest, Rich Nice that was running the city, every Cabana, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I was running the Cabana for like 13 years straight. I was so hot, I didn't need anybody. I held it down on my own. Shows after shows after shows on my own. Rich nigga. But you know when you take a fall, you sat back, riches go down, 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 down. Now you're left with yourself. And I always tell everybody, I'm best when I'm by myself. I'm that nigga when I'm by myself. I get this when I'm by myself. And I earn this when I'm by myself. Feel me? Read what that says. I earn that when I'm by myself. I ain't never let nobody take none of my respect from me. Never. I die before somebody do that. And let me tell you something, like I said, this is for a reason. This is God. He's feeding everybody. He's feeding the whole world. And that's what I did. I'm the guts of the industry when it comes to promotion. I'm the one who set it off when it comes to promotion. I'm the one who gave these little young DJs didn't have a chance. Dr. J was knocking them off the block. Dr. J was hanging all of them. Hanging them. Swinging them like balls. I picked them up. Come here. You don't gotta have a name. Come work for me. I used to give Buzz B first, his Soca Warrior crew. I was first one to get him a chance. First one to give every single young DJ that something was something a chance. because Dr. J had them bullying them, banging them. Nobody get work unless they're working for Jay. I couldn't see that. Nobody ever got bullied when I was around. Can't bully these little youths. Can't. You know why? I had niggas' backs, y'all. I had niggas' backs. I was doing artists that didn't even have a name. Dougie Slaughter, Swappy, this one, that one. All these guys who call themselves artists today, I was one of the first ones to take up and put money into their pockets, invest into their visas, invest into their shows when there was nothing. Made these guys. DOC. Tricky. All these DJs, man. It was so many DJs I can't even name them. Joke. Soca Warrior Crew. All these DJs, I made them. I made them who they are because I put them on big shows. The Grenadians. All of them. Greens Connection. First one to put them on a big event. Rest in peace, my boy Hyper. First one, Triple Threat, Purple City. First one, man, to put them on big events. Big events, not small, big. And as I sit here today, not one of them came to my rescue and said, you know something? Now I could call myself Now I could call myself OG. Not one of them came to say, yeah, OG, you know something? You the one that gave me that chance, man. Come rock with me. Remember, this is 2019. Not one person. My events went from 10,000 people. No, my events went from 22,000 people down to 200 people. You can imagine that? 21,000 packed into a stadium. Rich. Came down to 200 people. 200 people. And guess what? Everybody turned their backs on me. Not one, not two. Everybody turned their back on me. And you know what? 2019, 2020, 2021. Guess what I did? I says, you know something? I'm going to buy my own club. I had the money. Guess what I did? I picked up and I went and bought my own club. And I opened the door so that the same people who was fucking me could come in and now book their shows with me. 2020. Listen to my story, man. My story real. My story real as hell. It's going to go into a movie against all odds. Remember that. Young nigga, rich nigga. I picked up and I bought my club. Picked up and I said, yo, let me open opportunities for everybody now to eat. Because I know what these venue owners, I know what they doing, I know how they treat people, I know how they fuck people. Let me open the doors for everybody to eat. And I did that. I opened the doors for everybody, man. Everybody. Come in my club, make money, and survive. And guess what? I got a lot of that. But I also got a lot of hate from my own people. And like I told you guys, man, that's what you get from your own people. You get love and you get hate. I opened my club. And guess what? I gave everybody a chance to book it, chill in it, do whatever they want, but make money. Everybody make money. I was doing this, I was doing that. I had the hottest banquet hall in the city, selling out every single night from 2020 to 2022. When my boys, my own dudes that I call my dudes, went and killed 3 people in front of my club. But they was defending themselves. So you know what? I took $1 million L. It break my heart up to today. This is me, man. Open up an opportunity for everybody. And guess what? Niggas killed niggas in front of my club. After working myself back from nothing. Here I go again. Niggas killed niggas in front of my club in 2022. After 2 years of success, year after year, sold out every night. Again, niggas killed niggas in front of my club. Front of my club. 2 dead niggas. And it was my niggas that killed some other niggas. Where they could have avoided that. They could have went down the street. They could have went to the gas station and popped that off in front of the white man property, but it happened to be. Then after that, I seen who's who. From the business owners, the people who I thought was my peoples. Again, this is 2022. Again, this is my story. These are facts. $300,000 going down the drain. I made it. I made way more than that. I had over $1 million in deposits that I had to return to people. And guess what? The same people that I call my friends, they're the ones who turn against me. They're the ones who says, I want my money back. I don't want no date. I want none of my money back. After I lost everything, I had to give everything back. Start again. Remember, 2019, the soca market turned on me. Remember that? I just told you guys about that. 2019, that was my bread and butter. I was doing so much for the soca market every single year for, say, 10 years straight, 12 years straight. Picture that. 2 times, 3 times, 4 times a month. I used to do acts, sell it out. Shows, sell it out. Everything. So every promoter you see doing what they're doing right now, it's because they're rich. I was the guts. I helped all these artists, everybody. I helped them. I helped them be who they could be and do who they do. And as I sit here today, I just say, I'm the guts of this industry, man. The guts. Guts of this industry. Every promoter you see right now doing what they do, they came from my tree. The Ron Dukes, the this one, the that one, the haters. When I took my fall, guess what? They all took a little piece of my tree and started doing what they do. But one thing they could never do and they could never have my style. They could never have my grit. They could never have me. They could never have me. It's a difference. So that's why these cats don't make no money. I made millions. Millions. I got the method and the remedy to make millions. These guys lose millions to impress. Get that? Promoters lose millions to impress. And then come back again thinking they're going to make it back. You're losing millions just to show off that you could do something that Rich taught you, that you took from Rich stockpile, that you see what Rich was doing and now you're doing it. Don't think I don't see everything. I'm a person that sits back and watch everything. I watch everybody. Everybody's taking from what I did, how I did it, and they trying to do it like me. You can't do it like me. I'm the original. I started since I'm 15 years old. And guess what? I haven't stopped yet. And I'm never going to stop. So 2022, like I told you, bought my own club, bought my own banquet hall. For 2 years straight, I ran it. And my own people took that away from me. City shut me down. Police knocked in all my doors. Said I was running guns. Said I was doing this because of my record in the U.S. Said I was a murderer because of my record in the U.S. Said I was this because of my record in the U.S. Investigations, this and that. My life started going down, down, down. Went to jail. They knocked down my store doors, raided my store, put me in jail, said they investigated me for millions. Guess what? I went to the East Detention Center, held it down like I always will and always do. I never let nobody get on top of me, never. I went to jail and I stood strong. Went back. After doing what I did in the US, come to Canada, same situation, year after year after year. But you know what? I kept strong. No matter what people say, just kept strong. Always remember, God had my back before anybody had my back. And even if I wasn't locked up, I was in prison, I was still feeding people. The last 2 fire fests that I did those from behind a prison wall. East detention and South detention. It's locked up. And guess what? I guided my friends and my wife to help me to succeed. And Vanessa Bling, Mighty Crown, Cranium, all these people, Allison Hines. Me was locked up. And I made that happen from behind the walls. Behind the walls, I made that happen. Just guiding everybody, showing them where to be, how to be. And thank God for my brother. He opened up his credit card and let me just spend, took care of everything. While my wife just guided and did everything that I needed to be. Sold out success. From behind the walls, remember that? From behind the walls, man. I did what I did on my own. Nobody to help me. Nobody. And guess what I did? I did it. That's 2020. It's locked up. Again. And then again. Roll into 2024. No, 2023. Picked up. I said they can't hold me. Took me 9 months. I went and got another club. Nashville North. Got this club. And I said, yo, I'm going to make this into a success. Nothing. When I went into the place, nothing. It was a abandoned building. Abandoned. And I made it into a country western club. Because that's what it was before. I said I'm turning my way from soca, turning my way from hip-hop, turning my way from dancehall, and I went into country western music. Yeah. Another part of my life. There was no difference. Nothing. All the same. Me. Created a door, created an avenue, opened the door again to my people. This time they was white. And guess what? Same results. Even the country western people. I ran the club for a year and a half. I did it with my friend, with my boy. But I did it with somebody who I knew. And as I sit back today, I say to myself, wow. Again, I opened the door for somebody, family to eat. Somebody, family to live. Somebody, family to survive. I did it again, man. And guess where that got me? Nowhere. My boy picked up on New Year's Day after his son's successful event that I allowed every year. Sold out New Year's Eve. We created that. Sold out, the biggest crowds you could ever find. My boy turned around and left me. Left me for dead in the club. I'll leave that alone. And as I sit back and I say, again, that's 2023. I opened the door for everybody to eat, to live, to survive. I opened the door, came up with an idea, and I created. And as I create, I sit back and I say, man, Rich, your life has been always about helping people, making people, taking care of people. You could imagine the whole industry I have done, from soca, dancehall, reggae, country, pop, R&B. There's not an artist that I have not done. I'm the legendary promoter. Legendary. Feel me? From the US to Canada to worldwide. Even when I was locked up, doing 15 years, I was still popping. I was still directing. I was still doing what I do. I never stopped. I never stopped. I always stayed focused. I always had money. I always was a rich nigga. That's my name, yo. I've always been a rich nigga. Rich nigga. You know what? 2024 was a tough year because police was on me again. Want to lock me up again. Remember, this is from the streets to jail, to the streets again, back to jail, to the streets, back to jail. Tired of it. Said, yo, my life have to be different. You know what? I took a hiatus for 2 years. Nobody seen me. Nobody knew where I was. I just took a hiatus. I left everybody alone. 2023 to 2024. Now it's 2025. Again, I opened the door for people and young to eat. I told everybody, 2025, I'm back. Again, remember, this is Rich Nice. Rich Nice. 2025, I told y'all, I'm back. I'm back because I did it all in the entertainment business. I've said it all. I've made it all. I've been up. I've been down. Flat. Out of it. Everybody. When you say everybody, everybody turned on the nigga that fed them. Put me on a cross. Everybody crucified me. When I mean everybody, I mean everybody. Nobody cares about the good, but everybody look at the bad. Everybody say this and say that. But you know what nobody never had for me? Is love. But I demand this though. Nobody got love for you. Especially when you're down. When you're up, everybody gonna love you. Everybody gonna support you. And everybody gonna say this and say that about you. But one thing you gotta be, man. Gotta be right inside. Don't be wrong. Gotta be right inside. When you right inside, things gonna go right. Everybody around you is not gonna be for you. Everybody around you is not gonna love you. I'm talking about everybody. Your kids, your wife, your mother, your father, your brother, your sister. Everybody's not gonna show you the love that you want to love. But one thing you gotta keep in mind, you gotta love yourself. Self-love is the best love. And trust in one man. Trust in God. If you don't trust in God, things is not gonna go right. I've done it all. Can't tell me nothing that I have not done or where I haven't done, like I told you. I've done it all. As a young man, I did a lot of bad. As a middle-aged man, still a lot good and bad. I could admit it. Now, being something 40-something, I always say, my life just began. My life just began. You know why? Because I spent 20-something years. Never seen 20 out there. But you know what? I see it now. And as I sit back, time will tell. If God give me another 45 on the earth, I'm going to be lit. So this is my story, Rich Nice. This is my interview. This is how I say it. I've been there, done it. I've been with the best, been with the most, been with the less. From P. Diddy all the way down to Wyclef, all the way down to the Wu-Tang, all the way down to Biggie, all the way down to whoever. Rich Nice, Nicki Minaj, Cardi B. Everybody, that's everybody in the business. Somehow I had something to do with their events, their shows, their come up. And as a legendary promoter, you get that? Legendary promoter, you can't take that away from me. I did it all. I learned a valuable lesson in the music business. Never trust. They will always turn their backs on you. Just give them time. They'll turn their backs and you'll see whoever is who. Now, 25, I created my own platform, my own life, my own style. 416 in the city. See, I got the merch. 416 in the city is a company that I started. Just like I did for everybody else. I give everybody else food and I give everybody else life. 2025, I says I'm going to do it for myself. This project is a baby project. It's TV, radio, record label, full entertainment company that I call the New Industry. So remember, when you see 416 in the city all over the world, that's your boy, Rich Nice. You watch my story and you'll see. Humble beginnings, from the ground, ran the streets as a youngin', got the most money as a youngin', did everything that life is supposed to and gave. Did it all, had it all, lost it all. Yes, one man, one mission, one duty. I live my life good, regardless of hate, regardless of bad mind, regardless of people tarnishing my good name, and regardless of whatever I did. I live a good life. 416 in the city, man. Watch out for my company, my rebirth, my comeback. And I'm coming for it all. Remember I said that. Remember, I had it all. I lost it all. God, man, I'm about to find out who was really with me. Because I seen y'all. I know who you are. I know who bad-minded me. I know who faked me out. I know it all, man. I see all of y'all. Don't think I don't know. These little gray hairs, that's love. So I'm coming to the end of this video. As I say, don't trust nobody. Trust in God. Be yourself. Don't ever be something you're not. Be yourself. Go for it. You're young, you're in sports, go for the top. You're old, you're middle-aged, still shoot for the top. But keep one man in mind, man. Keep yourself. Keep yourself good. Don't worry what people say about you. Don't worry what people do. Worry about what you do. You get it? Worry about what you do. And as I sit here today doing this interview, I say, yo, I'm not going to let nobody interview me. I'm going to interview myself. Because I'm going to give you the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, the facts. And like I said, being a promoter, I've been around, have done it all. From the biggest stadiums to the smallest club. Yes, I've done it. I myself, one man, spent millions invested into all genres. Not one, all genres. And it ended up all the same. Yes, it's all ended up all the same. 2025, man, it's a rebirth of myself. I'm a youngin', and I'm about to get it. I'm about to get it back, and I'm about to get it back better than ever. Nothing is going to stop me. The only person that could stop me is myself and God. For all who supported me, which is very, very minimal. I don't think I have support on one hand. I can't fill up one hand with who I said supported and showed me love. That's a fact. After feeding every single artiste, from young, from 15 years old to 48 years old, after feeding every artiste that span of time, after being locked to the streets everywhere, Don, Big Boy, Boss. As I said, man, I did it all. I've been there. Kingpin status, legendary status, whatever you want. Rich Nice, Richard C. Marshall. Stronger than ever, 2025. And God kept me. As you say, if you've been part of my journey, it's been good, because I always took care of you. Legendary. I've always made sure everybody around me good. Everybody. As I said from the first time I jumped on camera, big up my kids. Love them. My oldest daughter, Lastasha, Daddy love you. My son, Finesse, second, I love you. And my baby, Selena, Daddy love y'all. Daddy love y'all to death. That was y'all, it's no me. Even though we on other sides of towns and I have one right here with me, trust me, 416 in the city, in the next 40 to 50 years. We the new, man. Trust me. I gave him my all for 40 years, right? I'm about to give him my all for another 40. Another 50. 416 in the city. That's my company. I birthed it. I nurtured it. And no matter what, when you see it, how many years from now, just remember, it's this man. 416 in the city. Rich Nice. All the haters, very minimal haters. Very minimal supporters. But one thing I gotta say, I'm me. Never gonna change. I'm a good nigga, but I believe in one thing. Take care of yourself before you take care of others. I didn't believe in that before, but I believe in that now. 2025. I'm about to take care of myself before I take care of anybody. My mother and father, I love y'all. My dad is my heart and soul. My mom's is my life. 416 in the city, man. As this interview comes to an end, I just want to thank everybody. Thank my kids, my parents, my brother. That's my backbone. Anthony, Marshall. Love him. Love him to death. When I had nothing, he was the only one to say, here, brother, got you. When I was locked up, he was there every visit. For 15 years, he was there. Every visit. My brother. That's my backbone. That's my soul. I love you, kiddo. My older brother, man. Nobody else. Him. 416 in the city. Love.